With clean, safe neighborhoods, world-renowned businesses, an abundance of activities for all ages, and a central location in the heart of Montgomery County, Gaithersburg has long enjoyed the reputation of being one of the nation's best communities for people to call home. But how do we know we're the best? We asked, and our residents told us. Every 2 years, the city conducts a random scientific citizen survey. The results provide a baseline, allowing us to gauge strengths and weaknesses. Over time, progress can be measured. And because we use a nationally based questionnaire, we can compare ourselves to other communities across the country.
We take great pride in being responsive to the needs of our residents. We excel at delivering core services that add significantly to the quality of life. Effective leadership, coupled with a dedicated workforce, allows us to sustain this high level of service despite the toughest economic times in recent memory.
We're pleased that the results of the citizen survey validated what we already knew anecdotally, that Gaithersburg is a quality community with a highly functioning government that continues to offer excellent services to its residents. By creating innovative programs and policies in the areas of housing, transportation, and land use, the city has positively impacted the quality of life for our residents, managing growth while at the same time improving the community's overall design.
Well, Gaithersburg has been a leader for a long time in land use and planning. We've developed neo-traditional communities.
Because we have control over our own planning and land use, we can designate where growth happens.
When you look at what is important to people of where they live, it's how do I get places, how do I get to work, how do I get around the county and the region, and Gaithersburg is primely located.
I think people appreciate the fact that we have a commitment to public transit, to mass transit, whether it's our support of the MARC system, whether it's our support of a future CCT line.
The city is constantly getting input from its residents and making changes to make the city safer as well as more efficient to travel.
Having a range in the diversity of housing at different levels of affordability allows people of all occupations, skills, and educational backgrounds and professions to choose to live here.
I think it's important because we have here in the city of Gaithersburg different levels of people, income, variety of people, so we have different housing here.
We're extremely efficient and we're known for that. So we can move our communities forward, we can get the land use projects done quickly, but also at the same time incorporate the important feedback from the community.
As a result of thoughtful leadership, the city of Gaithersburg sustained itself well through the economic recession. This stability in government is important in creating a community that is attractive to both businesses and residents. By taking a proactive stance on economic development, Gaithersburg offers programs and incentives to help existing city businesses thrive while also attracting companies that bring new vibrancy to our community.
The city is open for business. We've put a lot into economic development. We've hired a great economic development director, and we've budgeted a lot of money to create incentives to attract businesses here.
It has a very stable city government. It has long-standing tradition of being proactive about how it relates to economic development. It is a place where the city actually gets things done in ways that are conducive to a stable environment, and business is interested in a stable environment.
We have started some pretty innovative policies to try to not only build up the workforce here and the workforce opportunities here, but also invite in new employers.
It's also important that we have the businesses to support the people that live here. What sustains the economy here is the amount and quality of the kind of jobs that we have.
Having a fully accredited police department is just one of the many reasons our city enjoys an excellent reputation. From the use of new technologies to engagement programs such as the Citizens Police Academy, Gaithersburg's police officers dedicate themselves to providing quality services in an effective, timely, and efficient manner.
We have prided ourselves in growing a great, dedicated police force.
And we're continuing to pour the right amount of resources into supporting our police and our other public safety efforts.
Crime has changed in the years that I've lived here. And I think that the police are on top of it. They're explaining it.
Very professional. And I can tell you that, in my background in corrections for 30 years, there's nothing more important than having a professional workforce.
I don't have to worry about my safety here in the city. There's plenty of police presence. The police are very involved in community.
Anytime I call the police, the city of Gaithersburg Police, they showed up as quickly as possible. They stay with us, they stay in touch with us.
I think all of those things that work together. Our citizens work with their police department to make certain that Gaithersburg remains a safe place.
Living in a community that ranks its environmental concerns high on a list of priorities is important to the residents of Gaithersburg. From setting rigorous standards for residential and commercial green building to focusing on stormwater management and watershed protection, we have long been an innovator and a good steward in the protection of our community's environment.
I think one of the great symbols of our commitment to environmental sustainability, what people who live in our communities actually know and see every week and every day, is our incredible recycling program.
One thing that everybody has in common is the environment. We all drink water, we all breathe air, and it's important that everybody is kind of on the same page in terms of being a good steward and protecting it.
We've joined with the state of Maryland to become a certified sustainable community, and that means that we'll be working now to make sure that our efforts continue for our children and their children.
I think it's just recognizing the value and the importance of incorporating green design into the city planning, into individual projects, and the impact that it has on the future.
I think it's our way of contributing and doing and understanding what green truly means.
Our award-winning recreation, wellness, and cultural enrichment programs improve the quality of life for residents, serving to both entertain and to encourage a healthy lifestyle. With an abundance of recreational programs and facilities, great summer camps, cultural activities and programs for youth and seniors, Gaithersburg's recreational activities offer opportunities that help define our community.
Our Parks and Rec department has put on tremendously great programming.
We have some of the best summer camps for kids. We have the activity center that has skateboard parks. We have water park.
So it's a great opportunity for the community to get together, and it's a great opportunity for me to share time with my family.
All of the programs the city offers are affordable and accessible. People are spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars for select teams and for these other teams. City of Gaithersburg, for a typical session, it costs you $40 to $60. It's very affordable. You get great parents and volunteers coaching.
It's really one of the gems of the services that we provide as a city, and people just love it and they rave about it, and we can be very proud of the folks who run those programs, and they are ambassadors for the city of Gaithersburg.
Community inclusiveness brings strength and diversity to the city by exposing our residents to the richness of the cultures, ages, ideas, and beliefs that exist throughout Gaithersburg. In the citizen survey, excellent ratings were given for the way Gaithersburg embraces diversity and the perception of this community as a quality place to raise a family. The city was also rated highly for the quality of service it delivers to seniors and those with limited resources.
It's a great advantage to have so many different groups of people living together, and we can learn from each other and appreciate each other's cultures.
I think that brings lots of richness to this community. We can talk to many people just going outside of this building, and we will get enriched.
There's strength in that diversity. There's qualities that are brought to our community by people from different backgrounds.
When you celebrate someone else's culture, that opens up dialogues, and the dialogues leads into a trust and feeling more comfortable, feeling more like you're part of this society.
The perspective of where they came or what they've experienced can help others learn how to better lead their lives. And each of us, by sharing our own background and culture, contributes to make everyone else better in their own way.
Positive change cannot be effected in a vacuum. Elected leaders and municipal staff must have the input and support of actively engaged stakeholders. When residents are civically engaged, the input they provide helps improve the city's quality of life, benefiting all the residents of the community.
Our volunteer committees are a fantastic opportunity for anybody who's interested in virtually any piece of the operation.
A lot of those ideas for activities that we do or projects that we decide upon or how the city chooses to develop depends on the kind of input that we get from our residents.
I think it's everybody's job. It's the kind of the rent we pay for being in society. If we want a good, vibrant community, we have to contribute to that.
The city always provides that opportunity, whether through public meetings or through internet communication, of what the citizens want, because this is our town, this is our investment.
City governments are only as good as the people in the city, and we have a very involved constituency.
Your voice is heard, and you get to see how the city works, and it's just a good opportunity not only to give back to your community, but also to learn more about your community.
One of the city's greatest assets is its employees. Among the highest scores in the entire survey were those for the knowledge, responsiveness, and courteousness of the people who work for the city of Gaithersburg. Through the survey, respondents validated the hard work and dedication that city employees display each and every day.
Gaithersburg is a special place made up of special people, and we certainly have to include our employees as those special people.
Being someone who uses the services of the city without being a resident, we recognize how fortunate we are to have a city organization that is supportive and makes our job easier.
It's easy, and I tell people all the time, it's a breeze. You walk right in, you walk right up to the counter, and someone greets you within a minute, and the applications are really straightforward. Everything's online, which is really pretty awesome.
I think the people that work for the city employees, are very responsive. You call them up and you say, this is what's happening, and they say, we'll be right there to take care of it, and they are.
We've hired very well in this city. First off, we have a ton of employees who are extremely knowledgeable in their areas.
They're dedicated, they're hardworking people, always coming up with new creative, innovative ideas. And number one is service to our constituents. And that has not gone down. That's why we are a highly ranked city.
We believe that our outreach efforts are making a positive difference in the lives of our residents, and that these efforts are an integral part of our community's success. The information gathered through the citizen survey allows the city to focus on improving those key services that have the greatest likelihood of sustaining and enhancing the quality of life for all. By encouraging our residents to get involved, to give back, and to connect with the city and with each other, we continue to nurture and protect the strong sense of community that will be our legacy for future generations.